Hello and welcome out to this week's episode of Gamers Council. I'm one of your hosts, WEBDAVE, and of course my co-host in crime, Rhetri. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, what's going on, Dave? Good to be here. Good to be here tonight. We got some good topics. I was hoping that Florian was onto something and that this FTC debacle crap would be over with and we could all celebrate and shove it in people's faces, but
He still
it hasn't happened. I guess we still got time. Could happen in the next couple hours. I don't know, but we got some spicy topics I want to talk about too. So I'm happy to have Pixelbit G here and HAMSOLO for the first time joining us. Welcome, guys, to the show. Appreciate you being here.
Definitely. It is an honor to have both of you guys. You guys are amazing content creators, and Pixelbit is he's a staple in many shows, and we love having him here. So much so that we're like, man, we got to get you on. And this is your second appearance, Phil, man. So we appreciate you very much. So with that, Pixel, you're muted. There we go. There we go.
Okay.
So how you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. I appreciate the invite tonight. It might get a little spicy, so I hope you had your what is it, Milax or something, whatever you need for your tummy. But yeah, it might get a little spicy. Y'all might get dark pixel today.
Good. Bring it on. And then we grab the one and only HAMSOLO. What's up, buddy? Welcome.
Oh man, what's up? Thank you so much for the invite today. And man, I've been feeling pretty good. Been getting some things knocked out of the park. My channel finally got partnered with YouTube, which was pretty dope.
Congratulations.
And I have some phenomenal shows coming up. Not that I haven't. I've been having some phenomenal shows, right? But I ain't gonna sell anything that I've been doing short at all. This last week, I had Ramrod Jenkins on, which is a dope streamer. But this coming Thursday for Behind Them Six, I got Shaun, WBG, that guy.
Cool.
TTS.
Nice.
I'm ready to go, man. I'm ready to go. So, like, man, I'm doing good. I'm happy.
And he will TTS for sure.
Yes, he will.
Yeah, 100%.
I love it.
Yeah, I don't know how y'all talk on this podcast, so I just wanted to
you're
say
good. As long as all we got to do is make it through the first minute or two, and then the swear jar is good to go.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
Lord.
we don't.
Well, I'm not gonna start it.
We want everyone.
I'll start it.
Well, what the fuck? I'm just kidding.
There you go.
Want everybody to feel comfortable, feel welcome. So if it just comes out of your mouth, that's all good. So don't fear, don't fret. And it's it's a conversational podcast. So but we're ready as they work to get into it. Rhetri, what do you want to talk about first? I believe it's our usual subject, right?
Yeah, we always start off with the usual question, just what games are you guys playing, and any TV shows or movies that like pulp culture stuff that you're interested in. But we'll start off with the games. We'll start off with you, HAMSOLO. Any games that you've been playing lately? Any TV shows, movies, stuff like that?
Okay, yes. So I am going through the Max Payne trilogy. I just finished 2. What's crazy is I beat the original Max Payne like 20 years ago on a Gateway Windows XP PC.
I know about that overpriced PC right there, Playboy. I know about that.
Yeah, the moo cow looking one, right? So but like it even had the Max Payne what is it called, mouse pad that came with it, right? Because we really needed mouse pads back in the day. We didn't have these things that create lights,
the lasers.
We had a little roll ball underneath it, and having that Max Payne one just made it feel so premium on the overpriced Gateway PC. But anyways, I've been going through Max Payne. I beat 1, beat 2. Or I rebeat 1 because 20 years. So I rebeat 1, beat 2, and then now it's the first time I'm ever playing 3. And my goodness,
wow,
goodness, 3 is
a different ball game, isn't it?
It is something. it is very high quality for the time period because it's an Xbox 360 game and it's making I mean it's making some it's making some late generation Xbox One PS4 games look bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I'll go there. I'm not going to go to this generation because I feel like that's just a little wild because it is still, you know, it's still, you know, has its thing. For 360, it was a 2-disc. So
right. Yeah.
Remember that. We don't do that so much anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But, other than that, I've been sweating wanting to play Starfield so dang bad that I re-downloaded Elite Dangerous. Running around in that game again because I just want to mess around with the ship. If you seen my Twitter post earlier, I was just looking at it and I was like, man, I can't wait to because the dude called it a dance in the game, right? He's like, you're dancing around the ship, you're figuring what to power up, which thing needs to be, you know, at more capacity than another. So yeah, so I've been rocking with that, and yeah, I think that's pretty much the gist of it. I mean, other than playing like some multiplayer games like Battlefield and yada yada, I think that's about
Good
it.
for you holding down the Battlefield. I don't hear Battlefield mentioned very often lately.
You know, man, like, you know, I like to give the games the smoke when they deserve the smoke. And when Battlefield came out saying, oh, Halo hurt me, like, I was like, get the fuck back. Excuse me. Yeah, I was like, get up out of here. I was like, get up out of here with that bull. Like, Battlefield, just go back to the books, get your stuff together, and make it look good. And I tell you what, like, it is butter right now. Battlefield deserves that praise. It does.
I agree. I went back to it not too long ago, and I was like, yep, this is the Battlefield I remember. They brought back all the classes I like and all that jazz, and I always love the destructibility in Battlefield. It makes the game so much fun to try to take down buildings.
I really wish they'd bring back the destructibility more because it's really...
No, they kind of pulled back on it. Like, you used to take down full buildings, like, you know, you'd have a whole team just firing at the building.
Now it's very designated.
It's very designated. I agree with you. Like, I want more of that back. But good to see people are still playing Battlefield. I definitely want to play that more in the community. But every time I ask, people are like, meh, I want to play COD or Fortnite. I'm like, come on, give it a chance. It's really good, and I think it is good. But Pixel Bit, brother, any games you've been playing lately? What have you been playing?
Mostly, I've been jumping back and forth between Diablo 4 and Baldur's Gate 3. So I actually picked up Baldur's Gate like back in 2020. Totally forgot that I did because I was like in the early beta and realized, oh wow, I already have this on PC. So I started jumping into it recently. Trying to get a feel for the game because I get a little chance to play it when it comes out early. And then just grinding on Diablo, trying to get finish up these missions, but the side missions got me. I see that they have that the extra content is about to come out, and I'm like, damn, I want to get a piece of that extra content, but I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna have time to do it.
I know.
So I'm trying to rush through my final mission. I think I'm on chapter 4, like in the middle of chapter 4 now. So hopefully.
Okay, that's all right. So you're still all right. I didn't realize. All right, so you're still in the campaign part of it.
Yeah,
so, okay.
I'm still in the campaign. So level 54 or something like that. So I got some more work to do, and I think I only have like 2 weeks before the DLC comes out. So
is it coming out that soon already?
Yeah, it's this month. So I got to speed up a little bit.
Yeah, I got to speed up mine as well.
Yeah, Shaun T just said he's at 65. He's hitting that wall lately. So it's starting to get to that grind point where you're not seeing the levels anymore. So
once you get to a certain level, like after 50, it slows down a lot. I think I think it's just a thing. Like we just got to play. I think I have to play with other people so they can carry me a little bit and I can get better equipment.
I haven't even seen better equipment in like the last 2 days, and I've been trying to hit like the world boss fights and stuff like that. So I'm trying to get some stuff up. I'm not rolling anything well right now, so it is what it is.
What are you rocking in that? What class are you using, by the way?
I'm Necro. I'm Necro for the first run. Yeah,
nice.
I like to have my skellies running behind me and blasting things away. So yeah, it's all about that Necro action.
I'm right there with you though, Pixel. I got to about 64 and I was like, yo. And then like they were talking about the battle pass and how you gotta like start with a new character, I was like, ain't no way. I'm gonna keep sweating right now. When I already paid for the battle pass, y'all asking me to continue to level this guy up when I know I got to restart. Like, bro, like this needs a break for right now. And then once that battle pass comes out, then I'll see what it does. At that point, I'll go back to it pretty much until Starfield.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just glad that Diablo came out away from Starfield, essentially. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way I could balance those two games next to each other. I think that would have been a disaster. So I'm just, it's a grind. Like Diablo, as much as I love it, it's a lot of grinding and a lot of commitment. So, and I think Starfield's going to be the same way. It's going to be a lot of grinding, a lot of commitment. So you can level up, and I think it's just those two games are huge time sucks. So I'm glad that they were months apart from each other. But Starfield's right around the corner. That is coming very soon. So you got Galvinson in here saying, yeah, 85 plus takes a lot of grinding in dungeons. I think Galvinson's a level 100 too. So he's putting like literally hundreds of hours in this game already.
He's putting in the real work.
So yeah.
Yep.
And that game can be work for sure. But I want to thank everyone in the chat for coming out tonight. Appreciate you guys. We got over 30 people in here so far. I know we'll definitely get more very soon because there's other podcasts going on. So I know we kind of split the audience a little bit here. Shout out to Fonz. I'm talking about you.
Oh no, that's good. That's all right. It's the community's big enough for all of us, man, including Wilmy Hood has got a show on right now as well too. So
that's true. Yeah, absolutely.
So we're all about that. And whether you watch us live or whether you watch us in the repeat, we appreciate you either way. So your question was, what were we playing, right?
Yeah. So what are you playing, Dave?
Well, I'm going to take a little twist on it, and I'm going to put up a poll right now.
Go for it.
So I've got some money burning a hole in my pocket, and I can only buy one.
Oh, boy.
Which one do I buy?
I know what I'm choosing, but...
Why'd you do this, Dave?
Because I want y'all's opinion. You can take the poll.
Because he wants to make it as hard as possible. I think I know which one will win, but I'm going to... Well, I know what I'm going to vote for because it's probably my game of the year. So
yeah, it really depends on how you want to burn your time.
Yeah, it's a tough one because fighting games are not for everybody, you know.
Yeah. I love fighting games. Me and my son play them a lot, and then but he will absolutely stomp my ass. He is really, really good at fighting games. He's been in tournaments before, so if that lets you know anything, back in the day. But yeah, so but he's still fun, and every now and again he'll let his old man win, and I can tell when he does too. It's like, you got me, Dad. Shut up. So, freaking second. I got you. I brought you into this world, but I didn't. Yeah. So yeah, that's the kind of stuff I'm at with that. But both of them are cross play. I know that. That was the big thing.
Good point. Yep.
So that was the thing I wanted most. It was because I kept asking him, and he's like, "Well, either way, we'll play with you."
So here's the thing. Here's the thing, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the real question: is how much time are you going to devote to a game that you purchase now?
Probably not a whole lot.
Street Fighter.
Street Fighter then. Stick it in and out kind
simple
of thing.
So see, I know the poll the poll is gonna tell you what everyone's favorite between the two are.
Yes.
But it's not gonna answer the question upon
what do you have time for?
How much time what do you have time for? And the thing is I'm not saying Diablo's not gonna continue to be great for a long time. I think it's gonna be good for years.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're not going to play that much now, and then 6 months comes, and then you're like, oh, let me turn on Diablo, and then you hop in, and everybody else is going 500 miles an hour, and you're going maybe 75.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna feel really detached compared to Street Fighter, where sure there are levels in that game, but there's also a fantastic single player that just kind of like makes everybody disappear. It's just you in the game.
True. Yeah.
And whatnot.
Yeah,
so I just think in your case, I'd say Street Fighter because I have both of those games, and I'm just like, man,
I know,
like trying to balance my time right now for Diablo is rough.
And then knowing in September,
and it's not gonna get any better the rest of the year.
Yeah, you know what I'll be playing in September, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, the rest of us will be playing, I imagine.
Pretty much.
That's when Diablo takes a back seat.
Yep,
yeah, that's a good point, though, Ham. So it's like, it is all about time, right? And if you got Game Pass, you got to find time for that too. That's why I've been having a tough time. Like I've been playing mostly Diablo, and I played Fortnite, but I had to just step away, and I'm like, I got to try that bunny game Fist. Which is great, by the way.
Download, haven't played it yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I played
I
on
got
PlayStation
Bramble
last year when
I
it
got
came out.
Bramble downloaded too, and I haven't touched that one either. And I want to play that one really bad, but it's just like it's time allocation, and it's a good problem to have, though, right?
It is.
When you have to decide
where
to spend your money.
He said, Gallus said, if you don't have time, just wait for Diablo to hit Game Pass. I feel you.
That's right, Gal.
We shall see, but no doubt, right?
My cheap ass almost waited. I was like, maybe I can wait a few months. And I was like, everyone's like, it's the greatest. I was like, forget it. Bye.
All right, we have a lot of great people in the chat, man. Almost 50 in the chat so far. Thank you all so much for being here. We got our first super chat of the night, and I also want to thank this gentleman who left the super chat. Also, his partner in crime, Dirt Griggity, which we greatly appreciate you guys being here and showing support for our channel. Thank you so much. But here is the super chat, if you don't mind reading it for me.
Sure. Sean, 786 with a $5 super chat. So what's going on, homies? WEBDAVE, HAMSOLO, Pixelbit, G, and Rhetri. Keep up the good work and keep TTS players. By the way, you piece of shit ponies, you know what to do. See, I just said it. Piece of shit. Here you go.
Yeah. I feel like I summoned him by calling his name just a little bit ago, just by saying, "Oh, guess who I'm having on my show a little later this week?" And he just like I don't know what do you call it? Like your nose or ear gets itched. Like I don't remember.
A little twitchy.
Yeah. You just like your knees.
You summon them.
Feel it in your knee.
Oh, right. It's raining outside. It's like arthritis for us old guys. Feel it in the bones. Like, wait a second.
Hey, also a big congratulations out to Dirt.
Sean's making his ponies feel it in their back.
10K. He hit 10K today, man, on his channel. Congratulations, Dirt.
Congrats to that dude.
Nice. Yeah.
And
one of the real
well
ones.
deserved. Yeah. Him and Shaun both, man. They work really hard. They put out such a great product, man. It is.
Now you just got to get a good mic, right?
So much.
No, yeah, Pixelbit's got, he's calling you out. Pixelbit's got the look at he can say that now. He's got the hotness. He's got the hotness right here.
I'm just laughing from the nonsense, but you know, Dirt's that dude. So,
but Dirt got his chapters back, and now he's got now they're telling him he's got to upgrade his mic. It just never ends, does it, Dirt? We love you, man. Love you. Oh man. Goodness. Yeah. Sorry if I got us derailed there. I'll close out the call here in a little bit.
I got to.
That's where the best conversations happen. Let's get derailed.
Exactly.
Let's get derailed up in here.
With Shaun and them, real talk. But go ahead.
I'm with you, Shaun. He's saying Diablo is my first $70 game. So Shaun sounds like a cheap ass like me. So congratulations, Shaun. We have something in common. He says we're worth it, but that extra $10 sucks. I know. It feels for me, who's a cheap guy. This is why I love Game Pass. Like that extra $10 just irks the shit out of me. I don't know why. I don't know. I guess I'm old school. I remember when they were $50.
You're seeing the game. You're saying to yourself, I don't see $10 difference, right?
Yeah, right.
I
played
from 2-3 years ago. I don't see
exactly
of that, right? So.
I played Elden Ring not that long ago. 60 bones, just saying, and that was my game of the year. Just saying, but it's fine. It's fine. It is what it is. I can always
so many great people in the chat right now, man. If I miss your name, please don't take offense to it. Like we got C Money. We got RSJ Fan, we got Big Mad Mo, Sean T, so many others that are here. And thank you so much for being here tonight, man. We greatly appreciate all of you here. And we I guess the other night, last week, I should say, we had a bunch gifted, which was cool, and that was awesome. So we have some memberships, but membership has its privileges, doesn't it, Rhetri?
It sure do.
So let's talk about that real quick. I know I totally derailed us on that because that wasn't what we were going to talk about. But we have one of the things. If you're a $4.99 subscriber and up, you get invited to it'll be live at the time, a bonus show that we're going to be doing. And it's once a month. It's for members only. And then after 4 days, after it's exclusive for the members, then it drops for everybody to enjoy. And the cool thing about this one, and why, if you haven't become a subscriber yet, you may want to get in on the fun, because our first guest for our first show is going to be. Go ahead, Rhetri, tell him.
Oh, I don't know. It is Silent Cypher and the King himself.
And the King himself. That's right.
Now you guys are in my DM. King, what will we do? We will hold the line.
That's right. The one and only King David will be on our special episode.
Love the soundbite.
Me too. And that will
he doesn't abuse it all. He does not abuse the shit out of it all.
I even have a shorter one.
We will hold the line.
I'm fine if I sit here for the next 20 minutes and you just
hear that?
Like that's fine.
He will. Just stick around. He's gonna hit it some more.
Oh, I got some other good ones to play.
We can just call this. You can leave a timestamp and just call it patrol
platforms where Game Pass exists.
That's the other great one, no doubt.
Oh, I got a bunch. Oh, and we have an exclusive Randall Thor 19. He gave us an exclusive
He did give us
one. You ready for this one?
It's a very special
man with the million.
Oh,
it's the way he said it all.
Sexual, so seductive.
Yeah. That's why. Only we have that. Just saying.
Only us.
Rand's about to take you to the candy shop. What's going on here?
Who was that even directed at? Jesus.
What would he?
Hopefully not me.
Rand feeling Randy and shit.
He came on the show and I played the soundbite that I had, and he said, "Is that Fonz's?" And I said, "No, this is what I just found." DJ Dave, what's up, my homie? But DJ Dave, and he said, "Well, let me get you a better one," and he dropped that one, and then of course I clipped it from the show immediately afterwards and enhanced it, boosted it, lowered it a little bit, made it a little more saucy, and that's what we have today.
The man with the million.
The Barry White. Yeah, it's the Barry White version. Exactly, Mishi. It's the Barry White version of Randolph.
Oh my God. I love our chat. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for being here. Almost 50 people.
That reminds me of Duke Silver from Parks and Rec, where Ron Swanson's being the saxophone dude. It's like, I'm gonna get you all heated up with my jazz. Yeah, hot and bothered with my jazz. Damn.
The funny thing, Shanti, is that actually was a DJ, radio and nightclub both for a lot of years.
Back in the day.
Man. They used to call me the ice cream man. Melt in your mouth, not in your hands.
Jesus.
But
so
all
many
flavors
ways
and push-ups too. All righty. All right, my wife gonna come in here. What are you doing?
Yeah, she's like, this is not the podcast you're supposed to be doing. That's fine.
Exactly.
Who are you talking to?
This is in the After Hours podcast. I'm just kidding. Anyway, thanks. Let's get back to gaming. Rhetri, what's our first topic?
Well, our first topic, of course, is the whole FTC versus Microsoft ABK coming to an end. Like I said earlier, we were hoping it was going to be over by now so we could celebrate. And what I was saying to Pixelbit in the green room was shove it in everyone's face is what I was going to do. But we're not quite there yet. I guess we'll kind of go into this a little bit. I want everyone's opinion on what they think will happen, and I'm guessing I guess it's got to come tomorrow. Florian thinks it could come tonight. Yes, I follow Florian.
Me too.
Yep, but I'm thinking it's probably gonna be tomorrow. I told everyone last week I didn't think it was gonna come this week, and they all yelled at me. So y'all can suck it. I was right. Anyways. So, guys, what do you think about this? The FTC? I know I'm a jerk. The FTC versus Microsoft ABK thing. I'll start with you, Pixel. What's your opinion? Do you think this is a slam dunk for Microsoft? Do you think the judge is going to side with them? Were you able to listen to the 30+ hours of interesting?
I did.
Here. Oh, you were one of those. Okay, I did too.
I did. I was working and listening at the same time.
Yeah, there's a lot of people doing that.
Somebody was paying to support me to listen, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think I still think they did that. They should get it right. At least what the FTC argued isn't strong enough to stop it. At least it shouldn't be strong enough. But I also know that our judicial system is a little bit crappy, right? So I can't trust that they will follow things by the rule of law, right? Because if they were following it by the rule of law, then the FTC would have never blocked it in the first place. So So there's it's kind of 50-50 with her taking additional time, right? It's more than a week or whatever to make a decision. But I would expect that they do not get the injunction, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, yo, whatever. I just want to see the fallout, right? One way or the other, I want to see the fallout, right? So, if I kind of feel like Microsoft should be on scorched earth terms one way or the other at this point, right? Now with all this nonsense and headache for 18 months, right? So, but I've been pretty much like, just ignore it until it goes down, right? I'm not like some people are like constantly watching and checking Florida, and I'm not doing any of that. We'll hear it when we hear it, and that's that, right?
So, not any sooner,
and from a personal perspective, right? I don't feel like Microsoft is not at a loss one way or the other, right? They, securing ZeniMax was the bigger deal to me, right? Because that secures your exclusives, right? And there's a lot of them. And based on the show that they had, I think they're good either way, right? This is kind of just that cherry on top and just hitting them in the mouth and squeezing it in a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's fine. I mean, it's, whatever happens. So
does it personally move the needle for you though? Like, are you a COD player? Are you an Overwatch player? Are you a Diablo player?
I'm an old school,
obviously Diablo.
Diablo, but my days with Blizzard go back, from like early StarCraft and Warcraft days, the actual Warcraft, right? Not the shit that Jez loves, right? Not that, right? Actual RTS Warcraft, right? That's my history with them. So I'm a old school Blizzard fan, and in terms of Activision, right, I'm more of a my love from Activision started with like Pitfall Harry, right? Those days, right? So I think I haven't played like COD seriously since I think Xbox 360 at this point. So
damn, okay.
I mean, I play it, but it's not an important franchise to me. Right? I've always been more of a Halo guy, but it's just the ability for the concept they could do a lot of things with all those IPs is a big deal, right? Like, it's just,
I mean, you mentioned StarCraft, so there you go.
Right,
that's
right.
That's a perfect one right there.
And hope that we can get some of these old RTS franchises back on the PC space, as well as just that it's a master stroke move, to take your rival's best publisher away from them, right? not fully away, but like, now you pay me. That's a game, right? It's
you took our Halo Bungie guys. Some people are salty about that, and we took your biggest moneymaker.
Hey, Rhetri, since this is directed at Pixelbit, let's let you read this real quick.
Yep, Hollywood rules. I guess it's Hollywood rules, not drools. $5 super chat. Have a great show, guys. Showing love to video game brother Pixelbit. And Sega Genesis is still better.
It's what we doing.
Turbo graphics.
I love the turbo graphics.
It's what we doing.
I didn't realize. Okay, so
Hollywood knows me. Actually knows me. We grew up together. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Oh, gotcha.
The Sega Turbo Graphics beast goes back to Brooklyn, like the 80s.
I'm with. Right? I love you, Pixelbit, but I'm with Hollywood on this one.
Me too.
Yo,
me too.
Middle finger to both of y'all. Turbo Graphics was better. It had 2 8-bit processors, and it had stereo sound. Don't get me started.
I mean, you're right.
Y'all was playing games in mono. We was doing it big. Don't play yourselves.
Yeah.
But son.
I hear you. Not always, sometimes the best doesn't always win out. We've seen that multiple times.
We also had
with
the better
technology,
CD
right?
too. So I mean, it is what it is. Our handheld was better too, but whatever. We could do 1980s and 90s console wars. We could do that too. Right? So I'm gonna see you on that, Hollywood. I hear you.
You see what he put up? Gotcha.
Yeah.
You ain't doing that. You ain't doing that, Pixel, because the Nomad puts that to sleep.
Oh man, it's called Nomad.
The turbo. What is it? Turbo.
Yeah, the turbo. What is it exactly? The turbo. What is it?
I just call it turbo handheld.
Here's the major difference between the Nomad and the turbo handheld. The hue card. Same on both systems. That's the difference. Same on both systems. It was just a miniaturized version of the TurboGrafx. That's why it's the better console, because you had to pay twice and we didn't. One
No, we didn't have
card.
to pay twice.
That's right.
We didn't pay twice for the Nomad. I'd use the Genesis games in it.
Yeah, it does have Genesis cartridges. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I had them all, man. At one point, I had everything.
Yeah. So the Turbo. So
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But you don't want to talk about that CD. That CD was trash. Night Trap.
Oh no.
I have Night Trap on my Switch now.
Terrible. It's as awful now as it was back then.
But I can beat it.
Moving on. While we were playing Yeez 1 and 2, but I hear y'all though.
Yeah, I'm with you. I used to love the Atari. Was it the Lynx? That was cool.
The Lynx was nice.
Yeah.
I didn't have guap for that, but the Lynx was nice. The Lynx was nice. But
Rhetri, what was the
all
question
just
again?
rookies looking at the.
Oh yeah, I'll go back to Ham with it. I was sitting over here just with my Atari 2600 as a kid, which was a hand me down of a hand me down of a hand me down. So the wooden one.
Still got
I'm
mine.
Sure you all had
Actually,
that.
my son has it, but
that thing's so ugly, but so awesome. HAMSOLO, going back to you, this FTC versus Microsoft and the ABK thing. What are your thoughts? Were you able to listen to any of this stuff during the hearing? Do you think Microsoft's got a chance here for winning this, or where do you stand? And does this move the needle for you? Do you even care about ABK as a gamer personally? Go for it.
If I could say, like, I was at the roulette table, I'd be like, put all my chips on black. We good. We good. That's where I'm at. I'm over here. You know what? WEBDAVE, just hit the button. Just hit the button.
Hit the button.
Which one?
He wants to hear it. I think you know what button.
Hit the button.
It's your favorite button.
I know
you guys are in my DM. King, what will we do? We will hold the line.
There you go.
Exactly.
So that.
Go ahead.
That's the whole answer. That's the whole answer. So am I worried about it? Have I been listening to it? Yeah, I've been listening to it, but after it stopped, I stopped. I didn't continue to like check on everything that Florian's saying. I wasn't concerned with any other cases that Corley's dealing with at the time. I don't care about none of that stuff.
He had her scheduled down. That was pretty funny.
I do not care. Like, as soon as it was like done, sewed up, like, of course I wake up in the morning. Oh, is there anything trending? If it ain't nothing trending, then it ain't happened yet. Moving on with my day. Because as soon as it happens, it's going to be trending for like a week or two.
Oh yeah.
At the minimum. So I'm not tripping. I'm not even going to sit out and wait and watch every hour and refresh. No, it'll happen when it happens. And when it happens, it will be intense. Now, you were also asking, like, if it does anything for me, right?
Yeah. Personally, for you as a gamer, does this have, like, is there any stake in this, like, ABK for you personally? 'Cause there is for me, and there's not for a lot of people. I play a lot of their games, so for me, it's like I'm looking at all the money I'm going to save. But for you, I don't know. Like, what type of gamer are you? Is this something that you even care about as a gamer?
To me, this gives me more sustainability for the company that I find to be my favorite.
Okay.
Of the bunch. So if this is going to give any sort of promise that, there are going to be other titles that come in and are going to be of high caliber, this is like a big moment for something like that. Also, for, as you were saying, for the games like Call of Duty that I actually do like enjoy playing. I don't play like crazy. I probably have maybe a couple days on Modern Warfare 2 now, the newest one.
Yep. But you bought it. You put down the $70 for it, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So I mean, we got it. No big deal. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited to not have to do that, because I tell you what, any game like that. So Call of Duty, 2K, Madden, any of these games that come out every single year are like highway robbery. So if I could get it into my freaking, if I can get it into my service, then I'm saving near $100 every year. And especially since I probably purchase a few like Call of Duty and a 2K or Call of Duty and a Madden or something like that. Not so much on the Madden for me, but more on the 2K. Like that right there, like if 2K was in this situation as well, that would save me $140 off rent every year.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
Which is a bit.
So I'm very excited, but I'm also excited for the internal parts of it too. So I want to see Raven being able to work on what Raven wants to work on, Toys for Bob, all these other guys. So I want to see this business get ran better, or at least have the opportunity to change and be run better. Because right now it seems like it's all hands on deck for Call of Duty, and then what do we have time for until the next one?
Yeah.
Yep. I agree. I think that is one of, like what you just mentioned, is one of the parts that excites a lot of people. Just the opportunity to let these other studios do what their Xbox is letting all the other studios do, and that's whatever the hell they want, essentially. I do wonder if COD, after this goes through, will eventually become biannual. I think it should. I think every year's, I don't know, at least for me, is a little much.
Right.
But well, I guess we'll see what happens. We literally are, with hopefully 24 to 48 hours at least to find out what the hell goes on.
Yeah, the question there though is, will Microsoft be willing to not take in that extra cash, right?
See, that's why.
thing,
see,
right?
I agree. Pixel, when I first heard it, I said BS. Like my BS meter went through the roof because I was like, why would they give up on that money? Like at the end of the day, this is all about money for these guys. They're not your friends. Sure, I might want it to be biannual so the other studios can actually, so it's not 10 studios working on Call of Duty and there's only like 5. But at the end of the day, Pixel, you're probably right. Like I don't know if they probably won't give up that money. Like why would you? Especially when you spent almost $70 billion. Now you want that return as fast as you possibly can. So
I think they can do things a little differently. That's the thing. I think that they don't have to. Some of those teams like
they can offset the money that they'll lose by doing biannually in other areas.
Not necessarily that as much as if they've got other teams and more groups that they're buying. They can maybe have a rotation that they can, 1 year you work on, or get one project going for this, and then you go back to your other one, that kind of thing. Rotate some teams around. It also keeps it not only fresh, but it also keeps them from getting burned out. Like right now, there are like 12 teams on the one game. Granted, it's a fantastic game. It sells big, makes big money. But I believe there's better ways to manage the teams and better ways to manage the game now than what has been done in the past, because before it's been kind of it almost seems like to be honest, like a slave drivers. You know what I mean? Just basically,
that's exactly what it feels like.
Yeah, sweatshop, something better, maybe a better term to use. I want to throw that out there. There is a new poll I put up. Who wins, Microsoft, Xbox ABK, or FTC and Sony? Oh, sorry. Did I put
Sony a landslide?
Is that what you put in?
That's a nice touch. That the FTC Sony's a nice touch.
Yeah.
Why?
Not too far off.
So that's Paul. If you guys want to take that, it's starting to lean heavy toward one way. I can't believe it, but and also there's a lot of great people in it. We got over 80 people in the chat right now, and including.
Why so serious?
It's my excuse to play that soundbite.
He loves
Thanks.
that
Why
one.
so serious? Appreciate you being here, buddy. Oh goodness. You know what? I need to do this real quick before we go to our next subject. Is I want to start up let everybody know we have obviously we have some members to the council, and they're going to scroll at the bottom for a little bit there. Thanks to Hitman and Sound Cypher for adding a lot of those with some gifted memberships. We greatly appreciate you guys doing that. Thank you so much. So and welcome everybody. We appreciate everybody being here tonight. Like I said, over 80 people here so far, and we're just getting started. Rhetri, what we got?
I just wanted to show this real quick for anyone who didn't know. This is a little tidbit of information that the Xbox Series S, the X screen, is now on Amazon for $200. So that's not a bad deal. They were selling it. The company who made the product was selling it direct to everybody. So this is the first Amazon's the first to be able to actually sell this back out, but direct you had to pay $250. So now it is $200 on Amazon. If that is something that interests anybody, it is there and it is majorly cheap. I think it's a cool device that gives you portability and
it's designed to work on the S and also will work on the new the 1K or 1 terabyte should say S that's coming out, the black one, even though it'll be a white top, black, but it'll still work on it, which is good. Still fits, same form factor.
And it's a solid device for folks who don't have it. I've had it for probably a year now since it came out.
Awesome.
My kids love it. They love it. And we travel with it. So
yeah,
it's
perfect for
device,
traveling.
has great response. Yeah. It's a good device, has great response. The color quality is solid on it. Even the sound is actually pretty good on it. So it's a good device. We were playing Halo co-op, me and my 2 sons with that the other
very
day.
cool.
So, yeah, it's very nice. So
nice.
$200 is definitely worth the get. So
there you go, $200 if you want to add on the screen. So good call out there, Rhetri. Thanks, and Pixelbit, thanks for adding that. That's awesome.
Yeah, we like to try to save people money, and I'm a cheap guy, so you can save $50 here, $100 there.
But cheap in a good way, Rhetri. Cheap in a good way.
Yeah. I don't say, hey, I'm proud of my cheapness.
Cheap is a good term. So
I was gonna put out the thing for the headset. The Xbox headset was on sale for $50.
Yes, it was.
But it went.
Bones,
it's
bro.
back up. It's 80 something now. It's still on sale, but it was at 50. It freaking reduced 50%. Like that's
on Walmart.
That's Walmart. That's a crazy good deal. I wasn't a fan of the headset because I'm super picky. Like they hurt my ears after a while, so I want a comfortable headset. But I know a lot of people swear by that headset and they love it and they think it's comfortable. So it's still, I think it's like $85 right now. If you're still saving money on it, so if you want to get a pretty good headset, go for it. That's cheap right now. But the next, yeah. Oh, are you still use? Yeah. See,
headset.
There you go.
Yeah. Love this.
He's
headset.
got it.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got it too. I just don't use it that much.
Yeah, I splurged and got a Steel Series, but I also got one that was able to go on the PlayStation PC, so it goes everywhere. So I had to make sure that whatever headset I used wasn't like just for one console, which drives me nuts that they do that still. But it is what it is. See Money saying, yeah, X Screen is great. Got it. Oh, he did. Oh, you did it when it was a Kickstarter. Oh, geez, so you're an OG. So you were there from the offset. So. Yeah, the Hooded. He's asking, what are your thoughts on Final Fantasy Origin, Stranger of Paradise? Well, for me, I don't know because I haven't played Final Fantasy since 7 personally. So it's been a hot minute. That's why I don't give a crap about Square Enix. They got rid of all the studios I liked anyways. But that's just me. Anyone got an opinion on Final Fantasy Origin, Stranger of Paradise?
I played it. I went through it and beat it. So it was okay. I mean, but it would lack some of the feel because it was made by a different team of a true Final Fantasy game. But it's worth playing if you like the series. You get to hear the word chaos a lot. Whoever did the writing is like, it's about chaos. It's the chaos. I was like, oh my god. But yeah, it's worth playing. But I would wait for it bargain bin. Just saying.
Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of people are liking the new Final Fantasy. Like, I'm not going to sit here and trash on it. A lot of people love it. Slow-mo Backslap was talking about that. He loves the game, so...
Yeah, it'd be great to play in the winter when you need to warm up your house.
That's like...
I'm sorry. Is that right?
That's true. Yeah, things get hot when you're playing the Final Fantasy 16.
Spicy.
Yeah.
A little slander. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. I love slander. Hey, if it's true, it's true. If it's setting your shit on fire, you should probably tell people about that. It's not a good thing. So I guess I won't be playing Final Fantasy, but the Chaos game, yes. So another little tidbit of information was you killed my thing, but that's okay.
It's there.
Publisher No More Robots teases more big games coming to Xbox Game Pass. I just want to put this in here because it's kind of another one of those situations where we were told that all these devs.
Nobody likes it.
Nobody likes Game Pass yet, but people kind of came out in droves saying the exact opposite.
Seems like somebody was lying.
Somebody was lying.
Just a tad bit. little bit of
Capcom hates it so much they're launching their game on it.
Brand new IP, right?
Shame.
Exo
Brand new
Primal is
IP.
brand new. Yeah, brand new
Absolute
IP.
shame.
Two new
What?
IPs, right? They have that other IP they announced during the summer show that they're
Yes,
launching
the
into it too, so,
oh geez, yeah, I can't remember the name of it right now.
which looks
but,
really dope too. So
Yeah, that one definitely looks dope. Exo Primal, I played it. Nah, not for me. I will play it again. I'll try it when the new modes come out for it, but wasn't loving it, to be honest with you. I think there might be a reason. I know people are gonna give me shit for this, but I think there's a reason it might be on Game Pass. I know that's not a popular thing to say coming from the guy who's the Game Pass guy, but I think this game was dead in the water if it didn't hit Game Pass, personally. When you guys play it, maybe you'll disagree with me, maybe you'll agree with me. I don't know, but I wasn't feeling it. The mechs are great, though. Let me tell you, the design of the mechs are unbelievably awesome. The dinosaur part of it, not so awesome in my opinion. But
is this the one that was on Game Pass a while ago? Was there another dinosaur?
No, it was on beta. It was beta.
There was Second Extinction.
Okay,
that's
Second
totally
Extinction.
different.
Okay, yeah.
Second Extinction was actually kind of fun. I actually kind of enjoyed myself on that one. It was a little dark though. That game, it was actually like literally kind of tough to see what was going on. But you had to jack up the brightness. But yeah, so this comes out in days. It's on the 14th, I believe, for Exo Primal. So hopefully it'll get an audience, and hopefully people will like it more than I did, and hopefully they've improved it. I know a second after it came out, people were complaining about the same complaints I had, and they immediately were like, okay, hey, there's more modes coming out besides the one you guys played, because people wanted to play some other modes. So they'll be there at launch, which should be good.
Right.
But we'll see. I did hear, I think it was Exo Primal has got cross play, but I don't think you'd talk to the people on the other systems, if I recall. I heard something about that. I don't know if that's true, but we'll see how that goes. I think Capcom's working on a fix for that. But it was
it doesn't make a lot of sense. Yeah,
it doesn't make any sense, because who's going to do that? Who's going to play with a PlayStation people or PC people if you can't talk to them?
Can't talk to them. Yeah.
Pigman Mo says, I don't know. You might be a hitter. I might be a hitter, Mo. I might be a hitter on that game. But hey, just remember, I'm the guy who says, I'd rather have Capcom than Sega. If Microsoft's going after somebody in Japan, that's who I want. I want Capcom 1,000%. But not every game's gonna hit. But you could be right, Big Memo. I just probably hating, but it is what it is. So I had a question for you guys, because I saw a post about this. So I was kind of curious to at least ask you guys this question: have you ever taken time off from work to play video games? I'll start with you, Pixel. Have you, or are you going to? I should say, maybe this game coming in the future, you take some time off. I don't know.
I certainly have. I mean, I've been to midnight launches and stuff, and missed work the next day. Can't make it, player. I'm going to be a tad bit busy, but I'm already taking off for Starfield. So I think it's coming out on Friday. So yeah, personal vacation day. Sorry, I got to take off. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, absolutely. If a game, but I mean, I rarely do it now. I mean, just there aren't that many games that come out that I really feel like, I gotta play that immediately.
Day one.
You know what I'm saying? Day one, minute one, right? That doesn't happen anymore often. But Starfield is the one that's I gotta play that the minute it comes out. So yeah, I just filed for that date last week. I'm out. So you guys won't be catching me that day.
Yeah, I know a decent amount of people did it for Diablo. A lot of people were big on that, and that's why they're level 100 or whatever at this point. Is crazy to me. But HAMSOLO, same question to you. Have you ever taken time off of work, played hooky to play a game?
This man said, "Have I?"
Sure.
Man, I'm a gamer talking on a podcast, and you're asking me this question. Let's be real.
Kind of knew the answer already.
Those days are kind of mandatory. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I've been doing stuff like that since I was a kid, trying to get the hell up out of school to be home. I remember specifically, I remember it was yesterday. Mom's letting me stay home from school to play to play the 64, Super Smash Brothers, and then also later down the road, Grand Theft Auto 3. when that game came out, because we all know how big that game was for PlayStation 2 when it came out. But even more recent ones, like if you want to, or it's not that recent, but like going forward in time, I'd say, I was even missing work for things like taking days off for like games like Borderlands 2. Because after the first one came out, I was like, Borderlands was pretty dope. So when 2 dropped, I was there for it. No question. I did it for Halo. I've done it for Call of Duty. I've done it for I've done it for a ton of different games, especially the ones
I've been
had
off for just about every Halo. I feel you.
Yep.
So I've done it for a ton of like games, especially for like midnight launches. And then now that like even a lot of games are digital and stuff like that, I still took days off and stuff like that for games more recent, like this isn't even more recent. Like Grand Theft Auto 5. I remember taking days off of work for that. That ain't so recent, right? But a little bit more recent. Ark Survival Evolved. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's how deep I am in gaming.
I was gonna say, so you're like
that might be a little too hardcore.
This question was built for you.
Yes. I was taking off for days for games that y'all wouldn't even take an hour to play.
That's true. Well, when you listen, when you said Ark, I just realized you were on a completely different level than me. I'm like, I've done it for that game. And then you said Ark, I was like, nope, not that one.
Yep. I'm taking days off for games that nobody else is taking days off for. I'm that guy.
You're that guy. I like this question by Sapo. So what ships are you guys planning on building in Starfield? Do you guys have anything in particular?
Not a platypus.
You're not going to do the animal thing like that lady was going? Yeah.
She was cooking, but I wasn't with that part.
She was definitely cooking, dude. She had all kinds of different animals.
That was the sandwich pirate, right?
Yeah.
Was that? I think it was. Was it the same? That was the same. Yeah. The same.
Yeah. Somebody.
Yeah. She was collecting all them sandwiches, and me over here being named HAMSOLO. My name is HAMSOLO. I'm like looking at the ham sandwiches, like, ooh, call me Birdman, baby. I was rubbing my hands together. I'm ready to get down.
That was crazy. And somebody did like
Pixel Bit. You got my answer, brother. Good call out. That's what it is. Yeah. That's the one for me too. Battlestar, baby.
If I can make any kind of ship, it's gonna be one of those.
Like a Viper.
I think we did we lose?
Oh, he's there.
Oh, we still got his audio. Okay.
Yeah, the main the Battlestar class, like those class of ships, because it looks like you could build a pretty large scale ship.
Oh yeah,
you know wide, like up, like high and wide. So yeah, I'm trying to build me a big fatty. They said it's going to be a lot of resources, but I already said,
to get a fatty.
Yo, it's going to be.
He's going to be building a big fatty while he's smoking the big fatty. It's going to be great, guys. Now let me ask you a question: Is it new school? Is it new school Battlestar Galactica, like the new one that came out, or is it like the old school? Are you doing like the new shininess?
It's the new one. It's the new shine. I love the old Battlestar Galactica, but the new show, I'm sorry.
The new one was so
that new
good.
Series was so fire. And if you're not up on it, like son, new series, oh my god.
I used to make fun of people who were watching that because I was a nerd trying not to be a nerd, and then I watched it and I was like, "Holy shit, is this good?" It was so good.
It was good.
Cylons, that blonde. I mean, holy moly!
And there's a bunch of the actors who were in that who are like they're known actors in other series, right? Like the girl from Walking Dead is in there.
Yeah, really good acting, really good writing in that. Really, surprisingly good, like political writing. Like I was
Katie Sackhoff is in there, man. Katie Sackhoff. I mean. Dude, she's now in the Star Wars, and she's got her own podcast.
Yeah, she's awesome, dude.
Blah blah blah. Yeah. It's really cool, and I've actually talked to her a few times.
Nice.
Haven't interviewed yet. Not friends with her, nothing like that. But yeah, we're still working on that interview.
I mean,
yeah, exactly.
Starbucks. Yeah.
Got the wrong one. Yeah, Starbucks.
Yeah. Isn't that a coffee place? Just kidding. Yeah. But yeah. Oh my goodness. You know, for me. I'll just jump in. And I know there's a name to the ship, and I can't think of it off the top of my head, and I have to look it up. So, but there was a TV series, of course. You know, I'm an old guy, but I used to love it. It was back in the 70s when it was on. But it was Space 1999. The ship in that.
I don't remember.
Oh my gosh, I absolutely love it. And you have to look it up. spaceship, just Space 1999, and that will come up. It's big, elongated. It looks like something NASA would build now. I mean, it has that quote unquote NASA feel to it. So, but yeah,
man,
it was.
I'm searching for the image now. Oh yeah, you could build that.
Yeah, and I don't know why. I just always really liked that ship.
I did like the idea of. I know it's very impractical and very stupid and looked like it was going to fall over, but part of me kind of enjoyed the mech. I was like, is that thing going to lift off? And then it did. And I was like, okay. But yeah. I feel like if you put one extra jet on one wrong side, that shit's tipping right over. But yeah, maybe a little Voltron action.
As long as I can add 30 gun ports to it, have at it. It'll be slow and they'll just hit everything moving. Just full fire everywhere.
A very slow Death Star type of thing. Just has all the guns. Doesn't have to move fast if you have all the guns. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Hammy. What do you got?
If I could make a ship,
I
already know who the captain is that I would be in the ship. It'd be fantastic. It'd be the USS Reliant NCC 1864 taken over by Khan. Noon inside.
Nice.
Yes. Nice. And I would be Khan. And I would just be or space jacking everybody. And that's exactly how it's going to go down with your boy HAMSOLO and Starfield.
Yeah, Boom said he's going to be looking for you. He's looking for Sky Pirates.
He's going to be looking for you.
Ham. Look at the screen real quick. All right, you ready? Here we go.
Yes.
There it is.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. I don't know why, but I doubt that I'll be able to make a ship that looks identical to that because
the mods will take care of that.
Yep.
That spaceship
let them do the heavy lifting.
Special. But yeah, on PC, the first time I can get a mod to do that, it's done. It's done. That's gonna be my forever ship.
Nice.
There you go. I like that one too, Lady Firefox.
Which she?
Star Trek Voyager or Deep Space.
Deep Space. Yeah, Deep Space had some really cool ships. I never really watched those shows, but in passing, I know Deep Space had some really cool.
They don't have any alien-looking designs, sadly. So we need the mod to get those alien-style ships in there.
Exactly.
The mods for this
wing commander ships that I would
insane.
like to see in there as well.
That's a good one.
If you can change the ship to any color you want, and you can pretty much make any shape you want, then who knows? Maybe I'll make Mecha Godzilla and fly it around. Just saying.
That is awesome.
That's just true.
What?
I like that. What's going on, Dova? Dova likes to try to get me canceled because of something I said during a stream. So I'm going to shout him out. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. And all jokes. I said something stupid during a stream and didn't realize how it sounded. And he's like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
He knows what I'm talking about. Anyways, moving on. Next, we want to talk. Let's see. Shaun T. Extra hopes spacefaring aspect of Starfield is fully fleshed out. Won't even care about landing on planets if it is. Yeah, I think it will be.
Yeah.
I mean,
it seems like it's kind of important, right? They're
Yeah.
allowing you to jack ships, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and get like a fleet of ships essentially. So, I mean, can you make a home base and just store all your fleet of ships there? I guess.
The crazy thing I heard is that you're going to have to learn how to drive different types of ships.
Oh, so I didn't know that. I thought it'd be like it's not universal controls.
So you won't just be able to rob people and know how to drive this ship.
So you can rob them and then crash it 2 seconds later, basically.
Yep. You better go get your A license.
Right.
All right.
Real quick or
You
something.
get a CDL for
certifications
space.
required.
Yeah.
Space CDL, no doubt.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. I didn't even know that. Yeah, so I'm gonna be bragging. I'm like, I got your shit, and then I'm gonna instantly hit the planet and be like, okay, I guess I'll take it for parts. At this
the
point.
home is gonna pull up, and you're gonna be in trouble.
Right. Oh no. Oh, that's too funny. All right, so we're gonna get into some spicy stuff here. I was debating bringing this up, but I don't like shying away from any topics ever, and I like to swim in the sauce, just like Gaz. So we had
Pause.
We had content. This is content creators taking photos with Xbox execs. Now, what the hell am I talking about? David Jaffe was talking about Lord Cognito from the Iron Lords podcast, which we all know. We were just talking about King earlier, who will be on our special Saturday show. And this was about Lord Cognito taking a picture or having a picture taken or whatever with Sarah Bond. So let me get this out right now. I'll say this first. I like Jaffe. Doesn't mean I got to agree with Jaffe. I think this was a shit take. He was saying that these execs are not your friends, which I agree with him. So he made. I think Jaffe made some good points. These people are not your friends. The execs, he says, are playing a game to get brownie points by working the room with the public. Yeah, I mean, that shouldn't be news to anyone. So this was on Colin Moriarty's show.
Got commercials because they want to sell a product. That's great.
Right, I know, right? So this is you know, take this with a grain of salt because this came from Colin Moriarty's show called Constellation, and I had to hear this through the grapevine because I don't watch that douche nugget. So he had Jaffe on, he had Mr. Matty Plays on there, and he started talking about Cognito. Jaffe was trying to make the point that it might make people question the genuineness or if there's any bias when it comes to reporting, you know, that comes from ILP, and was debating the value, like, of the dangers of rubbing elbows with these execs and taking pictures with these execs. He said it was more of a philosophical discussion about the pros and cons when engaging with these execs. Well, of course, he also said you would not see Colin. You know, in this podcast, I watched this whole thing because I wanted to get the full story. I don't like half-assing it, so I watched this, and he said that Colin would never, you know, you would never see Colin do this. Well, it turns out that's not true. Turns out Colin had some din actually had a dinner with the former SIE president. Shushe, I can never say. Yoshida. Thank you. Yeah, I just call him Shu. So, oops. Jaffe did not know that at the time. So he did acknowledge it later that he's like, yeah, I don't really agree with that either, Colin. You know, taking pictures. I guess this thing kind of got blown out of proportion because everyone was like, why the F you going after Cognito for taking pictures with exec? Here's the truth. If Sarah Bond is in my eyesight, I'm getting a fucking picture with her. You can bet your ass 100%. There's no way I'm passing up that opportunity. You know, to a point, Cognito rebutted and was kind of saying, you know, we celebrate games and we celebrate the people that we believe are contributing to getting us what we want as consumers. And I agree with that. Like, I know maybe it's a little weird that, you know, people are kind of, you know, fanboying over, you know, Phil, Aaron Greenberg, and Sarah. But I don't know. I think it's what makes the Xbox, you know, family, if you want to call it that, for lack of a better word, special versus the PlayStation side. I'll start with you. I saw both of you guys posting about this on Twitter, so I was like, yeah, this should be good. I'll start with you, Ham. What do you think about Jaffe's take? Did it need to be said? Like, why say something about Cognito when to know Cognito is to know he's a stand-up dude, so you should never question if he's genuine or not, in my opinion. So it was kind of odd for Jaffe, in my opinion, to do that. But what's your take in this whole situation? Go ahead, Solo.
I don't have any problem with anybody questioning something. That's just something natural that we do as humans. We question what we see and we ask questions about that until we get an answer to it. But something that we shouldn't do as human beings, knowingly, when there is something called, you know, being a fan of something, whatsoever at all, like, you know that when you're a fan of something, you're a little bit more hyped when you see something that happens to be involved in what you are a fan of. Some people get super duper excited. Kids get really excited when they see the mascot running around on the basketball court, right? Because that's their favorite team. That's the mascot. That's dope. The kid's stoked when he gets a picture with the mascot, right? Not a big deal. Plenty of people go to these concerts to see all these, singers and, songwriters and stuff like that do stuff. You know what they would love to do? And they probably love to do a lot of different crazy stuff just to get backstage to get a quick photo. You know what I'm saying? Like some people might do a little more than a little extra.
A little PG-13, maybe rated R. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm just like, we've known this kind of stuff has happened for decades, for centuries, whatever. There's always been somebody that when people are fan of them, they want to, shake hands, bump elbows, take pictures, do whatever, I just think this is goofy for a person that was in the business, not somebody that's a random fan, not somebody that's jealous and has 4 followers. This is somebody that made video games, had fans of their own. He's appeared on people's podcasts. He's done, signed moments where he's signing video games, taking pictures with folks. And then what I thought was crazy, what I thought was even crazier is Jaffe did a second little showing thing where he talks about, I didn't pretty much saying,
oops, I don't know where that came from. My bad, guys.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Like pretty much saying, I didn't see that he had that photo or did that. But I don't believe in that either. And I'm just like, what are you doing? It's essentially like one of those situations where you lost, but you're still trying. Everybody left the court. Everybody left the building, but you're still
boring except
you're still playing the game. And you won't just own up that it was just a bad take. I said earlier.
I
said earlier.
Oh, look at that.
Oops, my bad. I found another one. It took me 5 seconds to find these, by the way. 5 seconds.
And see, there's nothing wrong with what he's doing.
There's not.
There's zero
So listen,
wrong with
nobody would even question it.
I'm not even going after Colin in this way that I'm saying he's an idiot for doing the same thing or whatever. It's fine. Colin did it too. It just felt to me, Solo, like there was a double standard here, and that's what I didn't like.
No, there is.
Because after what was said and done, it felt like Jaffe was then given excuses for when Colin did it. It was back in the day. It was his younger days, and now
Colin,
he
doesn't need it now.
He doesn't need it now.
He wouldn't do it for financial gain.
I'm gonna stop you right here real quick.
Go.
I'm gonna stop you right here real quick. To
you know where I'm
me,
going
when he
with it.
said you don't need that now is the most disrespectful bullshit.
That's the thing that bothered me.
That's really been uttered out of his mouth that I've heard of lately. Because I know he says some wild shit.
Yeah, he says a lot of dumb shit
pretty regularly. But when I heard that, I was just like, I'm sorry, you guys, but I got to read this real quick because this was something that I wrote down earlier, and I feel like it is 100% on topic and just needs to be read out. So earlier on Twitter, I put rant mode activated. The fact that people are trying to shame others for meeting people within the industry they enjoy most is beyond insane. You haters can talk about Phil and Aaron all day, but a fan of Phil shouldn't be proud to take a photo with him or eat with Aaron. Y'all tripping. If I can't interview someone because the person I ask only looks at me as someone that wants XP off of their name, I think that sucks. But at the same time, I can't change your way of thinking, as fucked up as I think it may be. But as fucked up as I think it is, with this specific subject. it's nobody's fault but your own if you feel that people can't be genuine, essentially.
Yes.
Like he's telling everybody that nobody does it for the love. And that's what I heard. That's what I heard. I heard nobody's out here doing it for the love. Everyone's just trying to get clicks, trying to get a quick dollar. And that's the type of shit. When I hear somebody like that say that, I'm just like, is that what you're doing?
Right. Is it maybe
this sounds like projecting,
maybe that's where you're coming from.
Opinion.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people were saying that. It sounds like projecting. I mean, look at PTK Blam, one of the best guys in the community. Got pictures with everybody. I was so happy for Blam, dude. It was awesome. I was so jealous. I was like, dude, Blam's out there having a blast. I wasn't like, look at Blam out here shoving it on Twitter, trying to get the clicks and stuff. Like, no, some of us actually do it out of love. And Jesus, if anyone does it out of love, it's Cognito. He busted his ass to get where he's at. So it just felt disgusting, really. And I like Jaffe a lot of time, but man, sometimes he's got the worst effing takes. And this was one of them. I felt slanderish to me. This is what started the whole debate, was his picture with the beautiful Sarah Bond, the future of Xbox. Why the fuck wouldn't you take a picture with her? Like, of course he's going to. He was saying like she was a Sega fan. He's a huge Sega fan. Like they got that in common. So, shout out to Cog. We got your back. We're a community here, guys. Like we're not. I just don't understand like why you would target Cog or why you would.
I'm sorry, Rhetri, but I'm gonna go here.
This is a thing. Go.
I'm sorry, Rhetri, but I'm gonna go here. Why is it when a brother does it, it's crazy?
That's what I can't.
Why is it when a brother does it, it's crazy?
That's Ham. I can't say because he was. Thing is he was given excuses after the fact that he found out that Colin did it. He made excuses for Colin doing it. And that's when I was like, oh boy, here we go. Like,
but
dude,
the thing is who hasn't done it? There's so many creators out there that's done it. Why is Cog? Why is he the complaint? Why is he the center of this situation? Why is he the talking point?
I don't know. Maybe because Cog wasn't there and he had Mr. Matty Plays on there, so he could talk to Mr. Matty Plays about it. I don't know, but I just don't understand. I mean, you bring up a good point. I mean, okay, not okay, okay, not okay. And this is why I like to talk about this shit, because I'm sorry, I don't care if it offends anyone. It's spicy, whatever. It's bullshit.
The comment is offensive to begin with, right? So there's another layer to this, right? This non-debate started a couple of days ago when they had a picture that was released with like all of them at the table, right? With Aaron.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
But
which
the
is
person
I've been getting hate since day one.
Was actually like some idiot pony, right? So it's like another YouTuber brought up this saying, "Oh, these guys aren't real. They're on a take. They're being paid, right?" So the community turned it into a joke. Whoa, we're all getting paid, right? So they're posting pictures of houses and stuff. Oh, look what they paid for us, right? So because it was stupid to begin with, right? So we thought that was the end of the conversation, which it should have been, because it should have never been a conversation to begin with. IGN, all the other publications, they deal with people from these companies, right? They speak to them on a regular basis. They got pictures with them all the time. When you go to one of these conferences, that's the point of going to the conference. So it's wild that somebody thought that, it makes that we need to make a narrative about this, right? And mind you, at that point, it was just some other clown, who has a channel, and to me, it smelled like a lot of anger and failure, right? Like
maybe a little jealous, maybe a little jealousy.
I'm salty because these dudes is doing it, and I'm not. But you wasn't even there. You wasn't there to do it. So why are you mad at them, right? They're not being paid for it. So you would think, so that happened, and it was like a week, and we just kind of let it rock. But then you got my man Jaffe doing to jump on it, which makes it even more pathetic, right? So to me, it's a narrative that didn't start with him. He latched onto the narrative.
He did.
So,
he did.
And you saw my comment on Twitter was more like, is this clout chasing, racism, or stupidity? Like, which one is it? Right.
Right. Like pick one. Yeah.
What is the point of being even like who even thinks about this shit, right? We don't question IGN when they do whatever they do. You know what I'm saying? Say, oh, these guys are too close to whomever, to Sony or whatever. We don't question Eurogamer. We don't question anybody else. So why are we now saying, oh, we're going to question these smaller YouTubers? Like, they're all technically doing the same thing, right? Which is providing entertainment or news to the community, right? So if any of you have been to an E3, right, it's a real community event, right? That time is really community based, and it's not just it's not PS or Xbox or Nintendo community. It's literally gaming community, right? There isn't a console wall over there, right? People are just together enjoying gaming, and that's what you see, right? So the normal brain would see them like, oh, these guys are enjoying gaming and move on with life. You know what I'm saying? But you know, so I'm not sure if Jaffe's nonsense was even initially like heartfelt, or he was just like creating a narrative because he heard it from someplace else and it sounded like a good way to get some clicks, right? But then, you know, what Ham was saying, like his rebuttal was like, dude, like now you went full retard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, that man is dug. He's dug in. He went dug in.
Like if you get caught on something like that, and in your initial thing you're saying, oh, this dude would never do that. Like he's some saint, which is nonsense. We know he's a pure fanboy. You know what I'm saying? That's what Colin is. We know that. That's fine. Do your thing. Cog isn't he really even the Xbox do it like that. He just gaming. He got some people on his panel who is more into Xbox, but it's not like that's his bag. And not just that. This is not the first year they went to an event and had pictures with people from, you know, the industry. It's not a new thing. So that's why it's like, what made this year so special, right? That it becomes a topic, right? So
their lack of games. I think it's just their lack of games. They need to latch onto some weird ass
really
narrative.
It really does feel like, you know, the Sony community likes to find a narrative weekly, and they've been doing this since like 2010. Where it's like every week there needs to be a narrative about something that's really about nothing. And it's annoying. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, from my perspective, it's like, Jaffe, you like a fool, son. You look stupid. And we expect you to be smarter because most of us have some kind of reverence for your prior work. Right. But there's only so much cachet you can hold on to when you keep doing nonsense. And even if it's just you trying to feed your audience, right, to create an event, you got to be careful with that stuff because certain people won't let it fly like that, right? Cog is he's a real even kill kind of dude, so he's not gonna come at you sideways.
No,
if you do it to the wrong person, you might get a sideways event.
100%.
So like,
Cog came back and like responded to him, really and in a Cog way, he's super cordial. Yeah, he's very cordial you know, I know I wouldn't have been. I know I would have been. That's how I know Cog's a better man than me. Like, there's no effing way I would have tore him a new ass straight up. Like, no way I would have let him get away with that. But you know,
I think, you know, just as a community, is like, you know, we give air to this stuff by you know, sharing it and stuff like that. But you're right. People do need to get blasted, and this was definitely a situation where, like,
Pixel, that's why I was, you know, I was arguing with myself, like, do I do this, like, you know, because I don't like necessarily putting people out on blast unless they deserve it. But I think this needed to be talked about because it's important that we should be treating people equally, and this felt not like Cog was being treated equally. And from what I watched, Colin didn't say shit either. He didn't say, "Oh, I've taken pictures with X, Y, Z." It was crickets. Yeah, see, if I were in that situation, guaranteed, if I had pictures with these people, I would have been like, "Well, Jaffe, I got pictures with Sarah Bond. I got pictures with," like, I would have said something. Nothing. Just saying. You know, I'm not a fan of Colin. Everyone knows that. I cannot fucking stand the guy. But, you know, this is a Jaffe thing. But what's up?
Read the chat there real quick.
Max City Entertainment. ILP literally blew up off the grind with them t-shirts. I'm in Cali. I seen the rise. Hard work pays. Oh, that's awesome, man. I'm glad you see it. Everyone's seen the t-shirts everywhere.
That t-shirt
All the lines everywhere, man.
No, the initial T-shirt run,
Yes.
but King David was out there like,
Iron
hey, yo, here's an Iron Lord shirt.
He was
right?
passing them
Rock
out.
shirt. He was just going around passing them out randomly. This is
He
when they
bought like
first started. This
1,000
is
of them and
years
started
ago.
passing them out at E3.
Yeah, this is years ago. Yeah, so these dudes been
The ways
grinding
to
since
do
the
it.
beginning. You know what I'm saying? Which is, how a lot of us got onto them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the notion that like they didn't earn a spot or something is just like is wild. But again, just keep in mind this started from another Sony YouTuber who was clearly jealous, because I don't know where his channel's at, but it clearly is not popping like this. So he felt like,
well, they gotta talk about something. So they gotta talk about the other side, Pixel. Like that's what I mean. If
you look 23 and 24, so I feel the pain.
Yeah, they just haters gonna hate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like where I think. I hate to say one community is better than the other, but we ain't sending dick pics. We ain't, screwing up things as a doctor. We ain't doing this level crazy. Like I never would dream of doing anything on this level. If I see anybody from the PlayStation side, if you want to call it, take pictures with any exec, it wouldn't even enter my freaking mind to say anything to them. I move on with my damn day. I wouldn't even think about it. You know why? Because I'm not crazy. Hey, that's
awesome. Exactly.
Yeah.
So
like.
Wow.
It's just weird. It's just weird to me. But
now, are you sure you've never sent any dick pics? I'm just saying.
Well, not to those guys.
I'm just kidding.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
There you go.
Sorry. Palate cleanser. Hey, we have a
cleanser,
$2 super chat.
There you go, Sir X-Man, $2 super chat. They are afraid Xbox YouTubes are taking viewers. Yeah, I mean,
yep.
That's a fact.
That could that's I agree with that one 100%.
Two men enter, one man leaves.
Yeah, exactly. But I thought it was important for us to bring up. We usually don't do that sort of stuff, but I'll tell you, if that stuff happens again, I will bring it up again.
And we want you to, man. Thank you for bringing it to the show tonight. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I'm just glad that my share screen worked, because before I tried to do a video and StreamYards was like, no, you don't. So I was glad I was able to do that. I was like, I got to show the pictures of Colin. I have to.
Hey, on a backside note before you go on, just so you know, if you look at the top up there, your the kick stream out.
I don't know.
Some kind of trouble. I'm just
letting
you know. We will work
surprised.
on it. We'll work on it afterwards. I'm just letting you know that we need to work on that for you, because I want to get that going for you.
So I do have a Kick account that I just opened up and just started messing with. It took me a while to get the stupid thing running, but we are, if I can get it working, I'm gonna be pushing out this show to Kick as well. Awesome. If anyone is using that platform. So.
And it's also right now on Twitter on your channel as well too, which is awesome.
It should be on Twitter. Hopefully it's working.
I checked it. It's working.
I assume it's working.
Also want to do a quick interrupt. Sorry. Right now we have over 140 people in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. And also a lot of people in the chat got gifted last week's show memberships, which we appreciate. And people have also signed up as well too. But there's a lot of people that have green. Just to let you know, there is a bonus show that is going to be live. It is Gamers Council. It's a special edition show. It's just for members. But the show after we record it, about 3 days later, we will drop it to the channel for everybody to enjoy. And it is our first, I guess, bonus content that we're going to be putting out on our channel. And we're basically calling it This Is the Way. And it is basically, it's our ode to the wonderfulness of the Mandalorian, which all of us kind of a Star Trek theme for us. Just saying, we love him. But yeah. So, but we have our first guest for that show. Are going to be Silent Cypher and King David. So yeah, the Iron Lord himself that we were just talking about. Yes, that's the one.
That's what she said.
Oh, that was wrong. Line bite.
Still kind of works.
How about this one?
Let them know you guys are in my DM. King, what will we do? We will hold the line.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So it's a special show next Saturday. It'll be at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The King will be in the house, and it'll be great. It'll be a good show. Should last around hour and a half. If you want to join us, cool live, and you can comments, questions, whatever the topic is, it'll be fun because the king will be in full force. So just let you know. Sorry, Rhetri, to take over, but everybody.
No, you're good.
Rhetri, next topic.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me just bring this up real quick. Yeah, I just want to mention, like, it's good to get King. Like, we've been talking to him for a while, and obviously he was like, I can't go on your show on a Sunday after I do like 6 hours of ILP and then go on your show, which is completely understandable. So our idea was to shift it for the special show, and we're gonna, we'll have some other people as well in the future that we normally couldn't get on a Sunday night will be on the special members only show. So if you guys want to be part of that, make sure to become a member.
And here's the title card for you right there.
There you go. Who's next? I love the who's next. I'm all about that conversation.
That's a good look.
What's going to be nice is it should be done so we can talk about who's next too, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. I don't have to update the thumbnail.
Yeah. We've had to do a lot of updating of the thumbnails and all kinds of stuff.
Right.
So
that
it
works.
is what it is. But the next topic is, because I didn't want to end on that note, obviously, I want to talk about the question for me is this the best year in gaming? There's been a lot of great years historically, and I question, I've been kind of touting that I personally think this could be the best year in gaming. Of course, this is very subjective, right? This is what my best year in gaming might not necessarily be your best year in gaming, but let me just say some games. Let's just go over some of the stuff that has happened this year and is happening this year. Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Monster Hunter Rise, Hogwarts Legacy, Age of Empires 2, Definitive Edition, Dead Space, Hi-Fi Rush, Persona 4 Golden, Street Fighter 6, Diablo 4, Resident Evil 4, Dead Island 2, Planet of Lana. I'm going to put some little games in here too. I like them. Minecraft Legends, Madden NFL 24 coming out this year, Wolong Fallen Dynasty, NHL 23, FIFA 23, Need for Speed Unbound, Exo Primal, Alan Wake 2, Atlas Fallen, Armored Core 6, Assassin's Creed Mirage, the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, if that actually happens this year, Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2, Immortals of Avium, The Expanse. This Telltale's coming back with their series, so they're back this year as well. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, NBA 2K24, Mortal Kombat 1, Payday 3, Persona 5 Tactica, Starfield, Forza, Tears of the Kingdom, a new Mario game, whatever the hell it is. I don't follow Nintendo, so you guys can fill in the blank there. Sony, from Sony, Spider-Man 2. You got Final Fantasy 16, MLB The Show, Baldur's Gate 3. That is a effing stacked year if I've ever seen one. That's just.
Did you say Diablo 4? I'm just.
Yes, I did. Yes,
it deserves.
Of course, I would never forget my Diablo.
Hey, fun speculation. What's up, Mav?
What's going on, Mav?
No, man. I don't know.
This is a tough one, right?
It's a hard one. That's a hard one. Yeah.
Because it's like I said, it's so subjective. Go for it.
My favorite year in gaming was probably 04.
Halo 2.
There's Halo 2.
Halo
there's
2,
San Andreas.
Metro Prime. Yeah. Metal Gear Solid 3.
Metro
NFL
Prime, Metal Gear
2K5,
3.
the last real football game.
Killzone.
Oh.
Need
Knights
for
of the
Speed
Old
Underground
Republic
2.
2. Yeah.
World of Warcraft came out that year.
Bro, don't sleep on 2004.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. That 2004 was a
so
huge
far.
year.
How about so far? Can we
maybe we need to narrow it down. Maybe this is the best year in the last decade or something.
Yeah,
it's been again, like it depends on what moves the needle for you. But
he's like, oh man, he's starting to sweat a little bit. He's like, oh, this year.
No, I'm looking at the list. I'm like, there's been some really hot years with a lot of.
2004 is a tough year to beat.
So I don't know if this is beating 2004 simply because there are too many new big titles that came out that year, like bangers that they weren't sequels. They were brand new.
Ninja Gaiden was out. Chronicles of Riddick, Escape from Butcher Bay. Like you said, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. What else was out? Burnout 3.
Need for Speed Underground 2.
Yep.
Another great driving game.
You had Far Cry. Jesus, was that first
Vampire the Masquerade
2004?
Bloodlines came out that year too.
Yeah. I mean, this is why I want to talk to you guys about this, because we'll go over some of the other.
Like I ruined.
Hold on, I'm sorry.
No.
Hold on one second.
Because this is a debate.
Rome Total War came out that year, and I still play Total War to this day. This
isn't about who's right and wrong, Solo. Wow. This is about your personal opinion. If it's 2004 for you, brother, it's 2004 for you, because I knew at least 2 years were going to come out. I knew 2004 was going to come out, probably 2007 and 1998. Those are great years, and I'll kind of go over what happened in those years, just so everyone can go at each other here. But yeah, so we mentioned most of the games of 2004. There was some serious heavy hitters. I'll never forget like the Halo 2 launch day. Who the hell is going to forget that? At least if you were alive, and if you were, you're probably closer to our age. 1998 had notable game releases like Metal Gear Solid, Half-Life, Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, possibly one of the best of all time right there. Fallout 2, Resident Evil 2, one of my personal favorites, and StarCraft. So 1998, also a banger year, had, let's see, what else was out there? Fallout 2 was there as well. Tekken 3, Banjo-Kazooie, so shout out to the Boom on that one.
Pong says 2007. Mav says 2007.
See, for me, I'm with Mav. Like, that's the year has been my personal favorite for a long time. That's been hard to beat. And that's because you had Portal, Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, which just changed the game, Halo 3, World of Warcraft, Burning Crusade. You had Rock Band, when Rock Band was huge, and that was just massive everywhere. You had Super Mario Galaxy. Team Fortress 2, Half-Life 2, Episode 2. I think there was a Portal collection as well. So for me, I'm kind of with Mav. It was what could beat 2007 for me personally. Like, this is this is completely subjective. A lot of people like
Snake Eater. Oh my God!
Yeah, I mean,
dumb.
Crazy.
Yeah. No, 2004, a lot of people, I hear 2004 a lot. I hear 2007 a lot. I don't hear 98 as much, but once you say the games, people are like, yeah, that makes sense. But I think there's a lot of great games this year, and I think it can go toe to toe with almost any one of those years. Personally,
2010 was hard as well. That was a stacked year as well, it looks like.
You take a look.
Red Dead Redemption, Mass Effect 2, StarCraft 2, Limbo, Super Meat Boy, Metro 2033, Fallout New Vegas was in that year. Battlefield Bad Company 2 was in that year. Halo Reach, Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver was that year as well.
Man,
I mean, there's been some years, man. There's been some years, man. Even Call of Duty Black Ops was that year as well.
All right, it's over. So, it is 2004. I'm done. I'm done now. I'm sitting here looking at this list. Okay. I'm looking at this list still because I had to verify some things. Def Jam Fight for New York is 2004 as well. That is insane. Star Wars Battlefront,
the first one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bro.
Okay.
Wait, Battlefront came out the same year as a KOTOR 2 did? Holy crap. Okay, that's a pretty good.
Bro, this isn't right.
You know what I'd have to do? The only way to do this, and obviously I'm not going to do it now.
On 2023 right now. So.
I know. You're killing my podcast, HAMSOLO. No, it's fine. This is what I wanted. This is exactly what I wanted because I wanted to debate.
Hold on. Somebody put Cozy's comment up there.
Cozy?
Y'all favorite games suck.
There we go.
Wait, who said that?
It is.
Who's it?
Cozy.
There it is. There's Cozy.
All right, Cozy. You're going to have to let us know what your favorite games are so I could so I can, tear you apart.
What?
She's gonna be like Rune Factory
nice.
4.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I forgot all about Def Jam.
Hey, we do have a quick new member that we need to read out, and we know this guy very well because he's so awesome. We do.
Oh, Galvinson, what's up, brother? Galvinson became a YouTube member. Yes, see, it was all about the king. He's a big fan of IOP, so shout out to Galveston.
Thanks,
King
buddy.
has dropped in when we played. I think it was the first time actually me and Galveston played Fortnite. I think King came in our chat, so
that's awesome.
Shout out to Galveston. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's tough once you look at this. But I wasn't here to convince anyone that this is the year. I just wanted to see what you guys.
Yeah,
what you guys would kind of say, like if you had a particular year. I mean, it's tough too without looking it up because I'm very forgetful. I'm not going to remember half of this crap.
2004 had Sid Meier's Pirates as well. I'm not sure if any of you were Sid Meier Pirates.
I wasn't into that one, but I know a lot of people liked it.
That's like one of the first big time permadeath open world action adventure like style games. Like it's a massive scale game for that era, and in a game that you can die and lose the game. So it's awesome. Like I grew up on that. That's like one of my early games. Like I love that game. And like you said, the NFL 2K games with that year as well too. So yeah, hard to beat. Yeah. So I thought it was a good. This is a good year. Don't get me wrong, but I think, I'm down with him on that one. 2004 might have been a beast. Like this
2004 is a beast,
and this year isn't over yet. This year isn't over yet, so there's still some more stuff to come out.
Too. Oh yeah,
so
we
may have to, I guess,
to come out.
soak up a little bit of this year before we can raise up to some of these other classic years.
But here's the bug. I guess
go ahead.
Almost 20 years ago, we must have had a lot more time on our hands because
yes,
I remember being able to play just about every game on this list.
Exactly.
I don't think I missed any of these games.
Nope.
And now it's like I'll be lucky to get through a third of the games that came out this year. So
I think Mav said it best. Let me pull up his quote. Where is it at? It's coming. I
like these debates.
Yeah, this is a very good point. Back then,
yeah, he's right. Yeah, that's very true.
Didn't take as long.
I love that point. Yeah, you're talking like 2-3 year cycles versus sometimes 2 year cycles versus what we got now,
4 to
which
5
is
years,
at least right.
Yeah. But then again, games are more in depth, more detailed, more higher res of graphics. Takes more people to work. I mean, there's reasons why the development cost is going up. But there's still some amazing games, and I guess one of the newest games it was the surprise drop that came out that just showed that even a small team can put out an amazing, almost flawless game. So the Hi-Fi Rush,
right? Hi-Fi Rush, yep.
So,
bro, Fable came out in 2004. When should I stop?
Okay, we know what your favorite one is.
List? I can't. Hold on, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, Fable's that year. Halo 2's that year. Like, come on. Like,
did I miss it?
Why was Fable's really doing it?
Shit, he might. I hate you, Ham, but you might have actually changed my mind. And look at the list is stacked, dude, for 2004. I'm even comparing it to 2007, which was my GOAT, but maybe I didn't look hard enough into this. I actually think 2004 is better than 2007. Now I'm looking at the list. I mean, Jesus, I played like
42 major releases.
So many huge games.
Doom 3, Onimusha 3 came out. Paper Mario was that year. Goodness gracious. Everybody was eating. Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War was that year as well. For the PC heads, right? That Warhammer 40,000 was something special.
Yep.
NFL Street 2. Come on, God damn it! It just doesn't stop.
Fight Night 2004, Beautiful Joe came out that year. Mortal Kombat Deception, literally every major game that could have came out.
World of Warcraft, November 20.
Wow. Even The Sims came out that year. Sheesh.
Oh my God!
Yeah. All right, I have to update.
Get me out of the topic.
All right, you ready?
All right, let's move on.
Sean T. I just made a new little thing.
That was
So
the
2000 was
ahead.
not the best year in gaming. There you go.
Oh goodness.
Well, now we know. We
Quickly
debated it,
overshadowed,
and
yeah.
This is what's great about this. Is I was like dead set. I'm like, yeah, 2023
Nice
is it.
upgrade.
And then I was like, And Ham kept talking, and I started looking at the list, and I was like, you know what, he might be right.
Well, wait till I have our year-end show when we're like, how
That's
good
right.
was this year? Not quite as good as this year.
Not quite as good as the other year. I can't help myself. I love to compare and contrast, and sometimes it's to my own detriment. But yeah,
We'll have to have HAMSOLO and Pixelbit back on for the year-end finale show.
Yeah. Guys, I'm also assuming like a lot of things I mentioned on the 2023 list haven't even showed up yet, so we don't actually know if they're good. I just assume that a lot of these are going to hit, and maybe they won't. Maybe they could suck for all I know.
I think we're going to start seeing some games getting pushed because some overly stacked
August is ridiculous right now. When I was like looking at this list, I think there was like 5 AAAs in August, and I'm like, oh my god, how? And that was because some of them moved out of Starfield's way, and they went into August with everybody else. And I was like, I don't know, if it was a good thing or a bad thing for you, but good luck. Shout out to the devs.
And what would Fonz say if he was here? He'd say Starfield. Maybe not quite that low, but yeah, Starfield gonna rule them all.
Good for you, OCD. OCD Gamer says, I'll never forget certain games, even it's something I played in the mid 80s. Yeah, there's some things like I have a terrible memory, but there's some things that just stick with you forever. But I hear you, dude. Like, Paperboy. Yeah, Paperboy was actually a very hard game. You're not wrong about that. But another to move on as we kind of wrap things up here, the $1 Xbox Game Pass Ultimate or PC Game Pass is back. Went away for just a little bit and came right back. So if you want to, get on the action and enjoying Game Pass, which obviously I'm a huge fan of because I show for it constantly. The option is there.
Did you get your check?
Yeah, I get paid.
Good?
I got my check. It did not bounce. Thanks,
Awesome.
Phil. Thanks, Sarah. Thanks, Aaron and team. Gonna get the jacuzzi finally, so that's going in next week. That's cool.
Hey, wait a minute, we got.
Yeah. Well, we don't all get paid the same, so that's the thing. But so the deal is back. I know the price for Game Pass went up, and some people are salty about that. But if you were following my channel 8 months ago, I told you this was happening this year. I told you it was going to go up, and I told you the 1-for-1 ratio was also disappearing, which it did this year because it was just they got to recoup their money for these huge games. Who knows what Starfield costs, but I'm guessing it probably costs over $200 million. I think that's probably a safe bet. Because it's a huge game. It's going to be a great game, and we need more stuff like that. That's the same budget as some of these PlayStation games that we heard about that got leaked during the hearing. So, it is what it is. The other thing I want to say before we jet out of here is the ID at Xbox Demo Fest is coming up soon, in a few days, July 11th, to the 17th. With over 40 demos to play. We only know like 5 of them right now. I can't remember what they were. I remember Liza P was one of them, but you can play that now anyways, so I'm not sure why that's there, but it's there. If you guys want to play a bunch of demos from ID at Xbox, a bunch of cool little games. We just got a super chat if we want to bring that in. Let's see. Sapo, $5 super chat. Do any of you think we will ever see a year in gaming like this year have been again? Yeah, I do.
I think so.
I hope.
I do.
Yeah, because of all the delays that happened, recently, we're gonna still, we should have some good years next year too.
Yeah,
should be a strong year as well.
Here's my thing is I think it's gonna be in spurts though. I think it's gonna be in spurts where it
like every 10 years or something.
I don't know about all that, but I don't think we'll ever have the decade that was 2000 to 2010.
No,
right.
I'm with you on that.
Or even 2010 to 2005, like really, because not 2000 to 2015, because after it felt like around 2000, really, the Xbox One, PS4 generation, but like really, it felt like it really just hit the brakes hard in 2015. It felt like, and now we're slowly getting stuff. So like, I think it'll be like you said 10 years just a moment ago. I think it'll be
I'm just guessing, like you know,
half of that, like every
every
5
years we'll get a banger year.
Every 5 years we'll get a year like where we're comparing it to like 2004.
Right, all the planets align. Yeah, because it's only going to happen so often where you have all three companies. Like you're getting your Spider-Man, you're getting your Zelda, you're getting your Starfield. That's not going to happen very often, right? So that's why those years aren't going to happen a lot. And to Pixel's point, I mean, I made a video about all the games that were coming out last year. I made a thing for you, Dave, actually, the 20-minute thing. Almost every single trailer that I looked at, like over 20 games out of the 50 games I looked at were all pushed from 2022 to 2023. So to Pixel's point, a lot of this stuff got shoved, and it just kind of happened to all get shoved in the same year because obviously what was going on in the world and whatnot. So yeah, I mean, I think we'll have more of these years, but to the point that was made earlier, the dev cycles are much longer. So like Solo was saying, I think we're not going to see these as often. Because it just doesn't make mathematical sense for it to happen. But who knows? You know, great question.
Yeah, great question.
Yeah,
and you know, that's really up to whatever happens with indies. That I can be completely wrong if indies start knocking it out of the park, because the crazy stuff that we're seeing that indie developers are doing on engines like Unreal 5 and stuff like that. Like, bro, it could just be a matter of moments, but we don't know.
I mean, there's never been more devs ever in the world. There is today, and a new dev pops up every 5 seconds, I feel like. And to Solo's point, the tools to make these great games where you would know what a AA is. Now you can't tell the difference between AA and a AAA anymore because these small teams are using these awesome engines.
They're triple I now.
Is blurring. Yeah, the lines
they're
are
triple
blurring,
I.
right?
Indies are getting.
The
new tools allow them to do a lot more now. So yeah.
Hey, Rhetri, read that real quick.
Yeah, OCD Gamer at Pixelbit, awesome.
There you go.
Love you, OCD.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. That's what I got, Dave. I think that's my show. I don't think I have any more topics to talk about, but you know.
Is there anything else you guys want to bring up as we start to wrap things up? Anything else coming on? I mean, obviously we're in the trenches and we are waiting for the outcome.
Let me check FOSS patents real quick.
There you go.
No matter what Solo says, let me check. No,
this is
nothing.
This should be an interesting week,
Not a
one way
damn
or the
thing.
other, right? So it's gonna be a good week one way or the other, right? So there's either gonna be salt on one side or the other. So we'll see.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. Like I know people ask me like, oh, you feel so committed to this. Like, well, yeah, I like to save money, but you know what? If this doesn't happen, I'll get over it in like 5 minutes because then I'm just gonna be like, who's next? Like, it's not that big of a deal. I already paid for COD. I already paid for Diablo, so I'm good for a while, anyways. But you know, it is what it is. I'm going to find out whatever the decision is, and I like this judge, so whatever she decides, I'll back it up, whether it's not what I like or not. I think she seemed, on the up and up, like a good person to be in charge of this. So whatever happens, man.
It's another great comment there.
Sapo, let's see. Indies have gotten really good. Never thought I would spend 6 hours picking up trash, washing clothes, in Arcade Paradise.
There you go.
Yes.
I have more hours in it than that. Yeah, it's a good game.
My God.
I'm actually going to play it after this.
I talked a little bit of slander about that game, and man, people came at me. I was like, oh shit, maybe I got to play this before I should, open my.
Have you played the
mouth.
Power War Simulator yet?
I played the crap out of it, so I guess
I haven't
can't
played
talk.
it yet, but I hear it's really good.
I did.
It's good. Yeah,
I
it's
did.
Good.
Gotta try that.
It's
do that.
some of the it's. I call them palate cleanser games. Sometimes you want to step away from the hardcore shooters and all these like craziness.
Yeah.
That's why I like games like Power Wash Simulator, like Planet Alana, stuff like that, where you can just kind of relax and play the game. So
and Vampire Survivors, the game.
And Vampire, the best game of last year. 100%. With one hand you can play that game. It was awesome. Love that game. Good shout out there. With
the game is a drug. Should be illegal.
It's like going to Vegas, dude. There's no clocks there. It is a drug. You're 100% right. Like they knew what they were doing. So
welcome, K. Asante. Appreciate you joining us tonight, sir.
What's up, Kay? How you doing, bro?
Such over 150 people in the chat tonight. It's been great. Man, what a great show tonight, guys. Thank you all so much for being here and this amazing panel, which we greatly appreciate. Ham, let's get you tell everybody where they can find you. Of course, all your information is going to be in the description below. I'm going to add that as soon as the show's over. So everybody, please tell us where they can reach you and what time your shows are on.
Yeah, thank you so much, and thanks for putting our names and stuff there on the screen. As you see, the name right there, HAMSOLO. My channel, TSWS Gaming. You can see it right under my name right there. I've been having some fantastic interviews. I do all different shows throughout the week. Most of them are live, but this coming Thursday, earlier in the day than I usually do it. I think it's going to be 2:00 Eastern. I'm going to have Shaun from WBG on. We're going to talk about his, gaming history and all that kind of stuff. And then the following week, I got Colt Eastwood coming through. And just in case you guys were like, man, you got a lot of Xbox guys going on. Well, I keep it balanced. I do keep it balanced because the very next week after Colt Eastwood, I got Payo coming on. Big time PlayStation dude. So I like to kind of keep it balanced and get opinions from all sorts of different people, from all sorts of different backgrounds all over the world. Come check me out. Your boy HAMSOLO on TSWS Gaming. Thank you guys so much for having me on this show. It was a blast. I had a good time and a lot of laughing. So
I appreciate you coming in last minute too. That means a lot. Thank you so much for put out the bat signal, and the man is like, I am on my way. So thank you so much, sir. Appreciate you doing that.
We'll definitely have you back, Cam, for sure. 100%, and I'll give you more notice. I appreciate you coming in, brother. Good conversation, man. I love that you look. This is why I love this shit, because I was literally dead set, and Ham changed my mind. See, that's why I like conversations like this. So there you go.
Very good, very good. And just before I get to Pixel Bit, I wanted to. Some people were asking. Miss Deus Ex was supposed to be on tonight, and she will be on a future episode. She lives in Australia, and when she was going to be on, it's actually going to be Monday a.m. for her. And she actually got a text earlier today, which is she's in the future, we're in the past.
Try to explain that, Dave.
It's very hard to do. She's 13 hours ahead of us. And she actually had a business thing set up, or her boss set up something. So obviously she had to go to a client and take care, of that. So that's totally understandable. And but she definitely she messaged us both long things about how she felt bad. She felt about
very apologetic.
She's a really wonderful member of the community, and we will get her on. So don't worry, you will get a chance.
She's awesome too. I had her on Behind Them Six a while back. She's a super nice person.
Yes, she is. She is very knowledgeable. I've had her on my show as well too, and that's why we're going to have her on here. We're so excited to have her on. But she will. We will make it happen in the future. And then of course, Pixel Bit G, second time on the show. Thank you so much for coming in, man. You're awesome, man. We love having you on, and hopefully you'll come again. Hopefully, and scare you off.
Yes, as always, man. I appreciate the invite. I was on a couple of shows with Ham a couple of times too, so it's always a pleasure to work with my man Ham. He puts the work in, you know what I'm saying? So this is the first time I've worked with Rhetri, so I appreciate working with him as well. A little slander in the commentary, so that's always good. That makes things a little fun, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
exactly.
But you guys are. The work you're doing is inspiring. You know what I'm saying? At some point, maybe I might start taking this crap seriously. So we'll see. Right? So
you did. You got the new mic. I know you're taking it seriously. You good?
You let us know, and we will make sure we'll help you get going. I'm just telling you that right now.
I appreciate that, man, very much, and I will. I certainly will. So we'll see. Maybe you guys will start hearing a little more from me instead of just hearing me blast people on Twitter all the time.
I look forward to it, man. I do.
Don't stop that though. I enjoy that part.
No, I'll keep doing that. That's my that's my fun while working.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That's half the reason I invited you on the first time. I'm like, I like this guy's takes. We got to get him on the show.
It's too funny. It's too funny.
Appreciate it.
Rhetri, read that out before we get your outro.
Sure. Revived. I think Capcom is next. Preach. They haven't mentioned anything about being purchased. Meanwhile, Square wants to be bought. Boo to Square. LOL. Sega is the only one saying not yet. yeah, Sega was like, thank you for the compliment. We're still buddy. We're best friends. Let's hug it out. They didn't say, I still think it could be Sega, but I'd rather have Capcom all day long. So right there, I'm with you. 100%.
Hey, Rhetri, somebody tell Square Enix get off the pole. Ain't no song even playing. Ain't nobody trying to do that right now.
Thank you. Exactly, Ham.
I am probably the only one.
We're out here looking saggy.
People
like, bruh,
sitting.
Your best days are behind you.
Yes.
If Xbox picked up Square for a good price, obviously they have a little housekeeping, kind of like they're gonna have to do at Activision, but they have some amazing franchises.
I know.
I mean,
you're not wrong.
So I think
don't care about them,
I've either said it here or somewhere else before. The biggest problem with Square is for Microsoft is they got quite a few titles that are not on Xbox. So they're going to need to do a lot of work just to get those titles to even show up.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
but you remember they had every single one of their Final Fantasy games, with the exception of I think 2 of the remake thing, the little crappy remakes, have been on Game Pass already.
Yeah,
at one point.
Yeah.
So I mean, they could all come back.
Yeah, you understand why the reason I give so much crap to Square though? It's because if there's little choices left on who to pick, that's not who I want. They're like my 5th choice. You know what I'm saying? Like WB comes.
Get everybody else first and then pick them up. I'm just
sure.
Being a gender, picking up some trash on the way out the door, and you still got a couple being laying around.
Yeah, it sounds like playing a pickup game of football, and Square's the little short guy who can't run fast. Like,
he gets he picks last.
If he's still there and the teams are uneven, let's get him.
Right.
I'm disappointed with Square because to me it's insane that they have such history and they're now a one-trick pony. They went to and no.
They went.
I didn't mean to make a joke out of that, but
intended.
Yeah, no, it was not intended. But anyways, I'm just saying, like they only have one trick, and they used to be like Square Enix used to be, back when they were SquareSoft and all this other stuff. They used to be the pioneer of certain games. Now they are copying others to make games, and to me that's just not who they should be. And that's why I say if Xbox were to pick them up,
you weren't supposed to put that part on there. Sorry.
It were to
tough.
It would feel like more work, although I know it's not. But it would sound like more work to me in my head versus picking up Activision just in the sense of video games that they have.
That's
and stuff like that. It's just like
it's
what,
true.
Like after you pick them up, what are you gonna do with that?
Right. Like right away, you'd have to be like, hey, remember the last 20 years of games that you owe us? Good luck. Yeah. Like you have to port all of that stuff.
You have a lot of time. Spending a lot of time doing a lot of reports. Yeah. So.
Yep.
All right, Rhetri, let you give us your outro, and I'm gonna put up the link for everybody. And congratulations on getting 500, by the way.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, again, thank you two for lowering your standards for people like me. So you guys can follow me on Game Pass Daily on Twitter. It's Game Pass _Daily on Twitter because someone nabbed my name. And you can subscribe to me, Game Pass Daily, on the YouTubes. And of course, I'm here every week with WEBDAVE, and on Tuesdays on the Xbox Factor podcast with Boom, Umbra, and Danny. And that's all I got. I just want to thank you guys. Obviously, I want to thank our panel. You guys are awesome. I knew you nailed it. And I want to thank the chat for coming out and giving me some crap about my opinions. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome and keep coming out. We agree to disagree and we move on. You know what I mean? So that's
exactly. I love it. Thank you again for being here, Rhetri. You definitely make the show work, sir. So thank you so much for all your hard work and effort, man. I appreciate that. And last quick little bit I will say is that a reminder that obviously we have a show next Sunday, but next Saturday for all members, we are going to have our first ever members only episode that is going to be coming up. And it is, boom, right there. That is who is on it. King David and Silent Cypher are our guests. It is our bonus members episode, which will be for members only for the first 3 days, and then after that, it will drop to the channel for everybody to enjoy. So don't feel like you have to, but if you want to see it right away, and if you want to be in the chat, and actually we'll be bringing people from the chat into the show and dropping it in a little bit too. So that will be something different that we do on that show that we definitely want to make everybody aware. So if you guys want to check that out, that will be Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Is the best way to remember that. We'll push it out and advertise it some more. But if you're a channel member of the $4.99, which is it's the second tier up, then you are definitely can actually come in and watch the episode live as it happens with King David and Silent Cypher. Thanks to everybody.
Be a part of it. If you ever wanted to ask these guys questions, you can come on the show.
There you go. Yep. And the last little thing I'll put out there is something our friend, our good friend Phil says.
This is about delivering great exclusive games for you that ship on platforms where Game Pass exists.
It is, isn't it, Phil?
Yay, Game Pass! Thanks, Phil. Thanks, Sarah.
Exactly.
Queen, thank you, Queen.
Never gets old.
Fingers crossed that hopefully we will get the family plan sooner than later.
Yeah.
Hopefully at least by this.
So this year.
Exactly. Thanks everybody for joining us. We appreciate you being here, and come back and see us next week. And I think next week it looks like we're going to have I think the whole crew, or at least most of the crew.
Yeah, we're trying.
From
Confessions of a Gamer Girl.
That's right. Doom Cutie and crew are going to be here to talk about their new show, plus all the latest gaming news and things that go on here. So thank you all for joining us here at Gamers Council.